Hello, hello, quilty friends. How are you? Okay. Hi. Hi, Amber. Hi, Dawn. Oh, I'm having a little sip of coffee. I just put out of the oven. It's hands down the best homemade peach cobbler I've ever made. So I was sneaking a few bites and I was like, oh, now I need coffee. Hey, Tasha. So, hopping in. Let me shout you out and say hi. So tell me where you're tuning in from. And are you going to be sewing along with me tonight? You just hanging out? What you doing? I went ahead and put my quilt that I'm working on up on the wall for you guys to see over there. And you can see there's like a whole diagonal row that's missing because I sewed those blocks together wrong. So we're going to redo them. I have 6 blocks to redo. Dawn is from Massachusetts. I love it when Tasha pops in before bedtime. Remember them days. We got Massachusetts, New York. I know Amber's in Louisiana. I'm in Indiana. I love the community and where everybody's from. I love it so much. So I'm going to work on these 6 missing blocks. One goes in each corner, the bottom corner, and then that diagonal row. Since I sewed them incorrectly. Here's a little tip I will share. I have a couple tips today. Why does my presser foot, my machine's just telling me it needs cleaned? I know, but I'm not ready to clean it just yet. Okay, after I do this, finish this quilt top, I'm going to take this apart and clean it. It's telling me it needs clean. So I have a couple tips I'm going to share as I work along. Hi, Sherry. Sherry's from North Carolina. Hi, Day. Day wants to know how I liked crossing the Mackinac Bridge, and it was incredible. I loved it. This is coming from the girl who used to be deathly afraid of bridges her whole life. And I absolutely loved it. Actually, I am drinking out of my Mackinac Bridge mug. Handcrafted. I absolutely loved it. We actually went over the bridge 3 different days to go sightseeing. We went to Tequamanon Falls, the Sioux Locks, Whitefish Point. We were literally just a few minutes from Canada, and my phone kept thinking that we were in Canada because it kept like dinging and saying I was roaming and stuff. But I was like, nope, I'm still in the U.S. Yay! Thanks for hopping in, Tammy. How are you? Whoop, whoop. We got a party going on here tonight. I apologize if it's noisy in the background. The washer's literally on the spin cycle right now. And the neighbors running dirt bikes and 4-wheelers. Oh, the washer just shut off. I am so stoked that you all are hanging out tonight. Okay. So this block, I need to sew this red strip on the white side. And since I have 6 of them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my strip that I'm sewing to. Too many things here. I'm losing it. All right, so here's my strip. This is my long strip that I need to sew 6 blocks. I need to sew a red strip on this side of 6 blocks. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing it individually, I'm going to lay out my strip first. And I'm going to actually back it up just a hair so I have a nice edge I can trim. And I'm just going to stitch. I can't believe I sewed all these together wrong on Saturday and I had to sit and rip them all out. Hey, Misty. Thanks for hopping in. Misty will be bouncing back and forth for now as I am watching a live bag show. Can we say multitasking? Yes. You know what? I sometimes do the same thing. I will turn on, I have a TV in here, so I'll turn on YouTube on there. Sometimes I'll turn it on my phone and do different channels. It's all good. All right, so I sewed my first block to this strip. I'm going to lift my presser foot, and I'm going to put the next one and butt it right up to my needle. And I'm going to add the second one, and then I'm just going to trim in between them. Make sure that's lined up. So I did have to sit and rip a lot on Saturday, which was fine. I went outside, sat with the hubby while he was cooking on the grill. And I have what's called a seam fix ripper that has rubber tips. My friend Molly introduced me to this. So what I do is I take the ripper part, I rip out about every 4th to 5th stitch. Then you'll get one big long thread that's usually still connected, all one piece, and you rip that off. And then you can take one of these ends. I found last night this end on the actual handle worked really well. It like all stuck right to it. And you just go like this, you just flick it, and it grabs all those threads. So it actually went really fast. And then Andy from True Blue Quilts and I did the puzzle mystery quilt Clue 1 together last night, and I had to rip several times. My first one I've ever done at Cotton Cut, so my ripper Jack hung out a lot last night, and I got a lot done. I did get the 2 blocks done for Clue 1. I've been avoiding all of the videos of Clue 1 because I didn't want to see what everybody was doing. I'm like, no, I want to wait and see because that's my first. So there's my strip. And I have plenty of fabric left over. I can just cut these apart. And then I have 3 more. So I'll lay my next strip down. I did this with all of these strips. I did it with the white, the red, and then there's one that's this color too. The flags. Sorry, my son-in-law is here working on some stuff, and then my husband's out there, and I just caught a glimpse of them out the window. We're getting a new patio port on Saturday. I'm pretty excited. Let's see. Tammy is finishing up bordering 2 to 3 quilts. Depends on when I throw in the towel on it, and pulling fabric from my mystery quilt. Fun. Hi, Donnell. Thanks for hopping in. Thank you again for all your help. Donnell helped me with some business stuff behind the scenes. Speaking of that, can someone let me know? I did what I was told to do according to ChatGPT, and let me know if closed captioning is working. It looked like it was set up on YouTube side. So I need to see if it's working on this side. If not, I'll have to do some more investigating. And, okay, not working. Thank you, Tammy. It said it was turned on. That's what I can't figure out. So, tech. I told my husband the other night, I'm like, I need a personal assistant. I can't afford one, but I need one. So we'll figure it out eventually. Because I use StreamYard as my platform. I guess I could try. I like StreamYard because then I can have my phone set up for my work area, and I like having both. Yeah, I went in and hit it again, and you know what? I went in like Danelle showed me, and it was already I did go in. I had, and it was clicked on the white was on. The little white button was clicked. So I don't know why it's not showing up. And there's my second strip. So now I will press these. Where's all my seam setters? Who sets all their seams? I love setting seams. Oh, I just took a pin out. I like setting seams. So I'm a presser for sure. Dry iron though. I keep this one dry. I had a poll on my YouTube channel about pressing. So what's the consensus? Water in your iron? No water. Spray bottle. I don't starch fabric before I use it. I don't pre-wash fabric. I never have. I have before, and it was horrific. And I vowed never to do that again. Oh. So let me know your thoughts on pressing. Water, no water, dry iron. I'm hearing a lot about the acorn pen. Still not sure what that entails. I know Danelle was telling me about it. Dawn says, dry iron with spray bottle, no starch. I do like the Best Press. I do use that, especially when I'm especially when I'm finishing a block. When I've got a block completely done, I like to give it a press. Now, I don't think you need to press. Or I don't best press. Probably don't really best press. With the batiks, I don't feel like they need it. They're kind of stiff enough as it is, or something. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not using Best Press right now, I should say. I've not used it on this quilt at all. Ooh. Yeah, maybe I do need to go into the studio side. I would appreciate that. Thank you, Tasha. Misty says, dry iron spray bottle. I typically have water in my big iron. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to stop because I have had issues. There's like this, I don't know how to explain it. Does anybody else get this like rusty looking fuzz around their iron? I don't understand it. And it gets on stuff. I know Sean said he had an iron spit rusty water on a quilt one time. So he quit using water. So thanks, Donell. I know, we'll get it figured out. I'm still learning. I feel like I'm still a newbie on the block. Still a new kid on the block. Go over. But I tell you what, this is the best community I've ever belonged to. Everybody is so helpful. Yeah, I've never, ever put water in my little Alicio. So I don't do that. I did, however, because these are what I have 2 of these, and I take these to my quilt classes. I did invest in the carrying bags because I was like, at the end of the evening, I'm like, how am I getting these hot irons home? So I did invest in the mini bags for these. Looks like we mostly no water here. No water, just, I do love me some good Best Press. Not only does it smell good, but I like to, especially when it's new fabric. Okay, this one looks a little worse for wear here. So I might actually be able to start assembling some rows. This is the one that I messed up on. I had this fabric on here where the red's supposed to be, so it wouldn't have, the pattern wouldn't have looked right. So I decided, to me, it was worth ripping out. And I'm telling you, this new ripper makes such a difference. It saves so much time because it's that little rubber thing, and I sat outside, so I just let all the threads just go wherever they want to go. Okay, I'm missing some comments here. Sorry. Sherry says she's still learning too. Yes, ma'am. Tasha, no water for me in irons. Danelle, I used to put water on my irons, but kept leaking on my fabric after a while, including a expensive Rowita. Oh, yeah, I've heard those are pricey. But maybe if I had tried water in there, I would miss it, since I don't know any different. Oh, okay. Now I have had Alicio. This one has been replaced. This is a new one that they replaced for me. Other than that, I haven't had any issues. You putting the babies to sleep. Danelle's putting her puppies to sleep. I tell you what, all of a sudden sleep is eluding me. All I can say is welcome to 50. I used to be the person that I could literally take a nap after work and still get up and go to bed and sleep all night. Now I am literally wide awake. And I just let myself stay up until I'm absolutely, just can't keep my eyes open. I stayed up till 11. And then I was up at 5. I got 3/4 of a mile in on my walking pad, trying to get back into taking care of myself. And let's see, got a walk in. What else did I do? And then I was like, oh, I have a chiropractor's appointment. So I had to, I'm like, I can't get my full mile in that I was planning on. So I had to go get ready for that and work, and all is well. We made it. I need the chiropractor. It's funny because he's just a super nice guy, and all of my friends, I have a large group of girlfriends that they all go to him because they all work out hardcore and stuff. And he'll say to me, he knows what I do and like that I sew and quilt. And he's like, you've been sitting at the sewing machine for a while, haven't you? I'm like, maybe. Been sewing a lot lately. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, that's nice. Oh, sorry. My husband's out. I hear my husband and son-in-law talking. My husband's out there burning stuff. And my son-in-law's prepping for our patio pour on Saturday. Okay. Now I have to go get all these blocks. Okay, good. I'm glad you can't hear it because there's so much noise going on outside around me right now. It is crazy what's happening. I'm like, what is everybody doing tonight? I apologize. You're going to see my backside for a hot minute. I am going to go grab these and get them in order and then bring them down, okay? And I'm short. I got to have my stool. There's row 1. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pin my top square. Oh, shoot. Okay, I didn't look at that very well, did I? Nope. Okay, here's my This is my favorite pinning tip. So that I pin all of my quilt blocks so that I know which one's the top. My blue pin is literally on blue. So I know that this block goes this way. My pin, I know that that's the top. And I totally had it turned backwards. Danelle is getting ready to make a gnome candle. Day, I have had to have my little Alicio iron replaced because it got extremely hot. I don't put water in mine. Yeah, I got the newer. Now the older version, they had the old version, you could not sit upright like this because the cord came out here, and then the handles got extremely hot. Like, it's too hot for me. I'm a sissy. So I like the new one, and it has a headlight. So when you're ironing, I love it. So that's my little tip of the day. Pin across the top so I know that this is the top of my block so I don't turn it. And I totally had that turned the wrong way, so I gotta take my pattern real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. All right. So I got all that pulled off the wall. So what I do is I actually start with my bottom row first. So I have this stacked backwards. I have it stacked from the bottom row to the top row. So I'm going to start with my bottom row. Like I said, I always put the pin so I know that this is my top. So this always has to stay up. And when I pull my blocks off the wall, I pull left to right, and then I make a stack and I alternate, like put my stack on a diagonal. So you can see I started assembling on Saturday and then realized, oh, wait. I sewed those other ones together wrong. Also, what I will do now, I will take I have a row and it's 4 blocks per row. I will take all the pins out except for the first first block of the row. I will leave that pin in so I always know that that's the first block. So I'll remove my other pins. Get out of there. And then I'm just going to double check myself with my pattern to make sure I get everything going in the right direction. Because when I put this on the wall earlier, before I went live, I was not. Misty wishes she had the Alicio headlight. It is super bright. I will say it is super, super bright. I really like it. Now something doesn't seem right to me. Oh no, that's okay. This is this block. Gonna move some things out of the way. Amber says she 100% agrees with Misty about the headlight. Wow, I really don't have that lined up. Is anybody working on anything tonight? What's shaking down? Tell you what, I can't wait because I'm going to go have me some peach cobbler and vanilla ice cream when I get done. You better believe it. That was good. I need more room. I need some kind of caddy over here on this side because I have so many things I keep out here that I really could use some storage on my sewing table. Yeah, sewing desk. I wish that was pressed better, but we'll just use the stiletto, I guess. Hopefully be able to hold that down. Day says, I finished another Michigan top except for the borders and worked on some scrunchies. Ooh, I've never made a scrunchie. I am getting ready to, I have small things that I make and put in a local shop here in town where I live. And I know they're doing a sidewalk sale. The first weekend in September. So I'm going to make some new things. I need to freshen up my booth anyway. Stuff's not really, I mean, some of the stuff sells, but it really is not a lot. And I don't do it to like make a ton of money. I really do it because I like, the lady lets me, I hold quilt classes there. She has a lot of people asking for them. So I need to get that scheduled too. Now that I think about it, I got to redo my in-person quilt class because I'm on my third, well, I've done it twice. I've just been asked to do it at a local quilt shop, which will be fun because I've never actually done one in a quilt shop. It's a very tiny little quilt shop that's like not even 15 minutes from my house. She's long-arming some quilts for me too, which I can't wait to get back. So my first in-person quilt class, we made a mat. We made like a table mat, just like a placemat size. And they loved it. We did everything from cutting, the binding, to quilting it. We did everything. I said that out of order, but you get the gist. And then I thought, well, I really want him to get like a whole quilt. So we did a 4-patch, like baby size quilt. Well, that was entirely too much. It was too much cutting. It was too much, too much. So now that I've been asked to do it at a local quilt shop, I think I'm going to take it down and I'm going to pick, I'm thinking about picking 2 to 3 different blocks and having them make a table runner. I was thinking like a pinwheel and there's something else. A star, some kind of star maybe. I'm not sure. But the quilt, the 4-patch was just, I mean, we could do a 4-patch, but we'd have to do much bigger. They were just 2.5-inch 4-patch. It was a little overwhelming because they had so much cutting to do. So, but they got it done and they looked amazing. Like they were able to get their 4-patches done really well. But the time constraint, it was just a lot. So I need to come up with something a little bit different. And, you know, I got to thinking, like, I don't even know. Hi, Zaza. All right, so I have my pin left in here, so I know this is the first block of the row. Yay! There we go. Oh, it's too low. I got one done. One row done. One row done. Zaza, I thought the light was just a gimmick, but I like it. Oh, shoot, that's funny. Okay, so I know this is, I'm going to lay these out just to make sure I'm going right direction. And then I have this one. Then I have a pinwheel. Okay. I just need to grab them just like this. When I get this done, this one's probably going to be a donation quilt. I just got to find somewhere to donate. And then I'm going to start working on some new stuff for my booth. I did just take a bunch of bowl cozies there. So I have those down there. And then I'm going to make some key fobs. I know that my daughter would love one of those, and my granddaughter. So I'm going to make some for my booth, and I'm probably going to make some for Christmas gifts too. So welcome back in, Tammy. How was outside? I loved it. When I got home, my husband had the house all open. We closed it back up because it's so noisy outside, but it's really nice having it open for a while. Air the place out. Zaza's been filling out customs forms for sending a parcel to the U.S. Oh, I bet that's a lot, isn't it, Zaza? I bet that is. I've never had to do that, but I can imagine it's a lot. I have to tease my husband and ask him if he's bothering our health out there. Hey, Andy. Thank you. I'm loving it. I knew you'd love it. This is the one I showed you in Discord. Andy loves her patriotic. I used to have patriotic everything in my house. I even had a tree, like a little country, like little mini Christmas tree that I left up all year round. And it always had patriotic on it. Coming together. Okay. I always like to double check myself, make sure I got my blocks in the right order. Okay. Red. The pinwheel. It's finally quieting down. Maybe they put the dirt bike away for the night. Okay. All right. Here we go. Double checking myself tonight. No more Jack. I'm grateful for Jack, but he came out an awful lot last night. But I got it done anyway. Andy was very patient with me in my ripping. Lori, Amanda just found you after watching the video you did with Andy of True Brew Quilts. Hi, Lori. Well, thanks for hopping in. Your profile picture is adorable. Is that a bear or a fox? I can't quite tell. Awesome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, Andy and I had fun last night stitching up. And it is fun because we're actually doing the same colorway too. Zaza, we're doing the cotton cuts. We did the first clue together. Andy's done a couple. I've never done one before, so we did a Zoom and did the first clue of the cotton cuts together last night. It was really fun. I love the pre-cut, and I don't know if that's what tripped me up, and I was putting things in the... Oh, you do? I love that. That's really cute. I have a bear that was made for me 2 years ago. My girlfriends and I do Secret Santa. And I opened up it was a final gift. I opened up my gift and a couple sweaters, and I get to the bottom of the bag and I see this purple flannel. And I immediately start bawling my eyes out. And everybody's like, what? My friend and her sister got with my husband, and I have one flannel shirt left that belongs to my dad. And I still have it. It's just partial shirt left. And they got with my husband and got a piece of it. So it's like black. I think it's got like some black and gray. The flannel shirt's purple and black. And when I opened it and I saw that purple flannel, I just bawled and bawled. And it's sat on my nightstand ever since. Well, always. My dad's been gone it'll be 20 years next year. And he was my biggest fan. And I miss him like crazy. So anyway, I have this purple flannel, and when my daughter got married, I cut a heart out of the purple flannel and sewed it into her wedding dress. So, yeah. When I saw that, I just lost it. I'm a crier. So, that's funny. Zaza's never done it because she likes surprises. There is, I think we started out with like 10 of us. I think we're down to like 7. Let's see. I gotta say we're on 6 or 7 years straight. And we have the best time. Oh my gosh, people sneak and put stuff on people's cars. One year I I didn't know who it was at the time, but my person showed up in a vintage, really old Santa suit, did not speak a word, could not see anything. They just handed me my gift, and I was like, and they just left. People have crawled across my front sidewalk to leave something at the front door. I practically killed myself in my one friend's yard because she has kids, and there's booby traps, toys all over. Oh gosh, we have a heyday. We have a blast. And then we draw. As soon as we reveal, we draw again. So we have all year to shop. And then we do it from December 1st to, the cotton cuts. That's what you meant. I'm sorry. I get talking about too many things. Well, you know what? I'm really excited to see what it is. I love the colorway I chose. There were so many options, though. I think it was like, oh, that is not cooperating. I can show you guys that here in a minute. That seam and we're having a moment over here. Sorry. It is not cooperating. So, there we go. Anybody have any fun? What's weekend plans? What's everybody going to be up to this weekend? We got a pretty full weekend. We got a wedding Saturday night. We have our outdoor church service on Sunday. I guess we don't. Sunday, that's all we got. We're having concrete poured on Saturday. That's what they're out there working on. Well, it's not lined up very well. Okay. Tomorrow after I get off work, I'm going to go and get another ear piercing. So I can have 3 on each side. Oh, I am working on a 3-yard quilt, a patriotic fabric, batiks. My quilt shop had this, and they had it in a bundle, like this fabric, and then they had it shown with this quilt, this Jubilee quilt pattern. And I already had the book at home, so I was like, I'm going to get that and do it just because I thought it was cute. And I've already made, what other one have I made out of this? Oh, I've made this one. This one I made is it's actually red, white, and blue too, but it's not like, I mean, it's ladybugs and flowers, and I made it for the kids, my grandkids, to use outside. That's that. So yeah, I'm going to go after work and get my ears pierced again. And I'm going to see about a couple more tats. Now that I've cut all my hair off, I want to tat behind my ear. My granddaughter drew me some stars, so I'm going to get those tattooed. Zaza says, nothing this weekend, but next weekend I'm meeting a YouTube chat pal who's over here on holiday. How fun is that? That's fun, Zaza. I say it every time I'm on here. I got, yeah, you know what I got? You know what, guys? Nope, I was right. I'm still debating on QuiltCon. Does anybody know anything about QuiltCon? I know that they started ticket sales yesterday, but I don't know if that was just for members. Can you buy tickets later? Is it open and shut? Hurt like a mofo. I'm a tough gal. I think I can handle it. We'll see, huh? Okay. Pinwheel. Okay. It probably will, but it can't be that long. I mean, I'm just getting little stars, so yeah, I'm excited. I'll get some more ear piercings. And I used to have my cartilage pierced up here, and I am so mad I took it out because it took so long for it to heal because it was, ugh. And then I took it out, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I had it again. Oh, I wish I did. So I might get those done again. I might get my cartilage done again. That hurt like a mother. And the healing hurt too. All right. I got some comments. Lori says, I have a tattoo of a flamingo on my ankle. My husband said I could not get a tattoo. So after he passed away, I got one. Oh my goodness, Lori. My husband's in his 60s and he's gotten 2 just in the last few years. Day says, I just got my QuiltCon tickets ordered yesterday. but I don't know if it's open for everyone or just MQG members. So I'm assuming you're a member then, Day, because I don't know. Misty says, I was going to, but once I heard 2027 is in Atlanta. Oh, yeah, that is much closer for you. I know, that would be fun too. Day, it is not just member sales right now. Okay. So I need to think that over. Now, do they shut off sales at some point in time? Like, I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to go. I want to go. Then I'm like, do I need to spend my money somewhere else that I would spend on that? You know, this is down, this is up. That's kind of where I'm at. Lori says, it is open to everyone that is on my bucket list. I know, I really want to go. I'm not necessarily, I guess I'm not, I don't consider myself a modern quilter, but I really want to go to meet all my friends. And Zaza and I need to celebrate our 50th together. We gotta get through this together. So I'm still debating. I can't get a hold of it. So I'm trying to decide, and my husband will not like it if I travel by myself. I'm going to tell you that. I know he wouldn't, but. So I don't know. I need to see if my quilt bestie would want to go. She's singing right now down at a show. I told her, I said, I just couldn't come tonight. I did last time she played on a Thursday night. It's late for me. I'm already not sleeping anyway, so I'm like, I cannot afford to go, and hopefully I get some really good rest tonight. And then tomorrow's Friday, so yay! It's gonna be a busy day too. But it'll be a good day. It'll be a good day. That does not look right either. Let's see if I can get that to go. There we go. There it went. Something doesn't look right. Well, gosh, guys, it is okay, so it's early bird. Okay. Which most places you get a discount if it's early bird. So I don't know that I'm ready to commit to it right now. Okay. All right, I'll get 2 more rows. Oh, okay. So far, so good. I've had them all in order. QuiltCon in Atlanta will be February 25th through 28th. Yeah, I may have to look into this year. I don't know if I want to spend the money next year. My husband's retiring then. So things will look different because he won't be working. Well, he wants to work full time, but Nice, Lori. Lori's in Georgia. Dave, remind me where you're from again. I love seeing where everybody's from. It's so fun. I love the community that I have become a part of. It's so great. I appreciate you all being here and hanging out tonight. I wish I could share my peach cobbler with you all, because I'm telling you what, I don't think I've ever made a peach cobbler, first of all. I made it with my mother-in-law's. We have a family cookbook. And my mother-in-law has a recipe in there for her apple crisp. So it's the same concept. So I made that, and it's so good. I honestly don't know that it's so good. I am in Northeast Indiana, Lori. Born and raised in the same town I'm still living in. About an hour south of Michigan border. We just took a vacation to Michigan for a week, and it was the most incredible trip. If you want to see highlights of my trip, you can look at one of my YouTube shorts I just posted, I believe yesterday or the day before. And we just had an epic time on motorcycles and going over the big Mackinac Bridge. It was just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I made my cover photo on Facebook, the Mackinac Bridge at night, and it literally looks like a fake picture, but there's no filter. I did nothing. That's literally how I took it on my phone, and it's incredible. And it was so cool. I'm like, this looks like such a like an AI photo or something, but I'm like, it's real. It's real. I swear. I don't know if Danelle's still on here or not. Her and I are going to be doing a live soon together on FPP again. I'll be over on her channel. I think I will just finish up these 2 rows, and then I'll assemble the rows another time, as I still want to go get stuff ready for tomorrow. I like to get my work clothes picked out. I'm a huge ironer. I love to iron. So if I need some iron, I want to do it tonight. I'm really trying to get back into getting my walks in the morning on my walking pad before I start work. So I'm going to make sure I get up in time to do that tomorrow. Figure out what I'm going to pack for lunch. And then I'll probably go sit in my recliner and work on my crocheting, which I just started like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, like I need another hobby. I did it because we're on vacation. I went a whole week with no sewing, and I really was having withdrawals. And we're taking another trip with motorcycles in October, and I'm like, I'm not going another few days without sewing. So I'm taking, or crafting in general, I should say. So I'm taking my crocheting to work on. So I'm making myself a blanket. It's a little wonky on the edges, I'm not going to lie. But I think it'll be fine in the end. Oh, I tripped. Oh, tripped over a box. Okay. I have one more row to assemble. So we'll assemble this, and then I will log off. I probably could, Lori. I got a nice backrest. I just recline back and let hubby do all the work. No, but my girlfriend, my quilt bestie, the one I was just talking about, she and I, she crochets and quilts and sings, and she's so talented. I call her my quilt bestie because we get together and quilt. Although her schedule till the fall is jammed packed. So while we're on vacation, there's actually 3 out of the 4 wives that are quilters. So they did let us stop at a quilt shop in up in the UP in Michigan, Upper Peninsula. So that was fun. Now I'm going to make something special with that fabric I bought so I can remember that. And the ladies in there were so cool. They were so sweet. They were having their Tuesday sit and sew. And I'm like, oh, I just want to sit and sew with you. One of these days, what are you guys' thoughts? What's everyone's thoughts on me setting up a Zoom and we could get a large group together? I would like to do a late night, Friday night sew. We tend to stay up later on Friday nights. It's kind of like, oh, I don't have to get up and go to work tomorrow. We like to just kind of stay up as late as we can and do what we want. So I'm getting ready in the next month or so to purchase a Zoom account so that I can have go longer and have more people. So I'm gonna have to look into that and having maybe once a month we'll have like a late night Friday. So I love being in here late at night. There's our neighbors across the street. I love them. They're a retired couple that we're very close with. She's like, "Are you working?" Because you're up all night. I'm like, I was up to about 2 last night. So yeah. So keep an eye out. I'll post it on my channel when I get to that point and I get a Zoom account, which hopefully I'll have here. If all goes according to plan, I'll be getting that in September. I see a lot of yeses. Yeah. And you can wear jammies. I've been to a couple quilt retreats, and I'm usually one of the last ones up sewing, staying up late. And I am not a night person. My friends all make fun of me because they're like, you're always the first one to bed. I know. I was always that way growing up. My mom would say, everybody'd be like, where'd Amanda go? I'd go put myself to bed because I was tired, apparently. Now, I'm not sleeping anyway. Absolutely, you can have your wine. Oh, my husband made me one of his famous screwdrivers. It's vodka and orange juice. Heck yeah. Oh my God, too high. Okay, that's good for now. Okay. We're good for now. How cool is that? Look. I got it lined up fairly good. Okay. So now all I got to do is assemble those rows. So I'm going to hop off of here. Again, I appreciate you all for being here. On your way out, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe. Click the bell so you get notified when I go live again, which I started teaching Tuesdays. I'm going to have to take a couple off, though, because I need to go. Thanks, Misty. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, Zaza. I need to go see a friend that teaches, it's called drumming. It's like a fitness kind of thing. Thanks, Day. So I need to go see her on a Tuesday. Thanks, Tammy. Have a good night. So I need to do that sometime. So we'll see. I will always post an update whether I'm going to have a live or not. It'll always be on my channel. I'll make a post about it. So thank you. Thank you. And I hear the husband in the kitchen, so I got to go get my peach cobbler and ice cream before he eats it all. Okay. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.